Hi, my name is Zachary. I'm a part of Group 7 with Paul, Cristiano, and Austin, and this is our Spockyville Clean Energy Project proposal. I'd like to start off by giving you our objective, which is to build a energy efficient and cost-friendly power plant. We plan to make our power plant out of cost-effective metals and cheap components, which will reduce the amount of waste we produce, as well as allow easy mobility. Our power plant utilizes solar and hydroelectric energy sources, which will maximize energy production, allow mobility, and allow for redundant energy sources. Our power plant has the advantage of being located in an array of landscapes. Our power plant will hopefully replace non-renewable energy sources. With fossil fuels being a finite resource and being increasingly damaging to the earth, we need a replacement. And now I give this to my partner.
The first design we considered was one involving 3 water wheels that diverted the path of water into 3 channels, which then rotated the wheels, applying torque to 3 generators. Another design we considered consisted of purely solar panels, where we point as many solar panels as we can fit at our light source for maximum power production. Ultimately, though, the decision was made to combine aspects of both of these plant designs and form something of a hybrid, in that it uses 1 water wheel to cause torque that acts upon 2 generators, and we basically fit as many solar panels as we can in the remaining real estate. This decision was made in spite of the fact that the other 2 power plants scored higher in our decision matrix, because our hybrid plant draws power from 2 different forms of energy, whereas the other ones only draw from 1. This could be beneficial to us because any adverse conditions that manifest on presentation day would be better dealt with if we have 2 separate sources of energy, whereas if we only had 1.
So as we're looking at our decision matrix, we have the 3 options. We have just solar panels, we have 1 wheel, and we have 3 water wheels. So the cost is pretty much even for all of them. The ease of build we figured would be the solar panels, just because putting them all together didn't seem as tedious as making multiple wheels. The max energy output we figured would be the solar panels, just because we're just assuming as long as there's a constant input of energy, those would be the most consistent. Reliability would probably be for the solar panels, just because it doesn't require anything except for the sun, which can be variable, but not as much as our other factors. Community, we put a 10. Setup is a 10, just because those 2 kind of go together, as long as it's easy to set up and not too bad for the community as far as taking up valuable space. Movability, the solar panels is probably one of the ones where it didn't do better, because the 1 wheel we figured would be a lot easier than undoing and unhooking a lot of solar panels. Aesthetic goes to the 3 wheels, just because we figured that looked the coolest and the best. Our fun category, Benson approved. We figured he wouldn't approve of our all solar panels. Doesn't seem like a lot of effort, even though it seems kind of fun. Innovation, also a 0 for solar, because it's not that innovative. And then even though our solar panel came out with the highest, all solar panels came out with the highest total score, we just figured that was more of an idea rather than a concrete solution, because in reality, and based on our categories, it might seem like the best, but in reality, our 1 wheel is probably our best bet.
So for our design, we decided to go with our 1 wheel design. We figured the 3 wheel design would be too ambitious, and we didn't want to get bogged down in actually trying to build that, as we figured it would be something that ended up just not working. We'd end up actually having to scrap it down to a 1 wheel design. And with the solar design, we thought it would be the simplest to make and would probably be done for the cheapest, but we found out that Dr. Benson would be varying the amount of sunlight we're getting, and we figured that that wouldn't be a safe thing to do. So we decided to go with the 1 wheel design. The main criteria for the 1 wheel design was that we wanted to make sure that we could build the wheel for as cheap as possible. That way we would be able to have money left over to purchase solar panels that would be a constant energy in the case that the wheel somehow fails. We also wanted to make sure that we built it on as small a frame as possible. That way it could be as few parts as possible, so it could be taken down, moved, and then put back up in a different position. We felt this would be important as we know Sparkyville wants it to be movable as well as fitting into the environment. We don't want people to just see this big clunky giant box somewhere, so we wanted to make sure that it was a more open design so people would understand the purpose of it. We feel like this design is going to be the best thing for us, as it seems to be something that we can build in the time allotted, as well as coming in under budget and giving us the most consistent energy, as well as something that is going to actually look appealing to our audience.